Hey there, record heads. Make sure to check out bagsunlimited.com for your vinyl record supplies. Bagsunlimited.com supplies record stores and collectors around the world with protective sleeves, archival storage supplies, record storage boxes, protective vinyl shipping mailers, and tons of other durable solutions that'll keep your records safe for years. Just go to bagsunlimited.com and check out their audio and record supplies. That's bagsunlimited.com.
And now, on with the show. Welcome to The Vinyl Guide, the podcast for record collectors and music nerds. Here's your host, the biggest record nerd of them all, Nate Goyer.
Well, hey, everyone. Happy Turkey Day, or Turkey Sandwich Day, depending on when you listen to this. It's Nate here. I'm sharing episode 475 with Kevin Rutmanis, Gina Skwoz, and Trevor Dunn with the new project, Lords and Lady Kevin and Trevor Dunn. They got a new LP, Last Days at Hot Slit. And we just had this conversation last night, and I wanted to get it in your hands for a couple reasons. Number one, I know on this holiday, a lot of people are doing a little extra drive time, so maybe we could help fill some of those hours out for you and keep you company on the road. But also, we've got a couple of vinyl releases coming up, some announcements that are quite timely. Last Days at Hot Slit, again, this is Kevin, Gina, and Trevor's project. They've got an LP that's going to be available on December 6th. But probably more timely, there's a reissue of Cow's Peacetika that's coming out on Amphetamine Reptile, and those are available at shocksop.com on December 1st, Sunday, December 1st, 12 noon Central Time, shocksop.com. And traditionally, these sort of releases last less than half an hour when they go on sale, so you want to make sure you set your alarm for that. That's the Cow's Peacetika reissue. Sunday, December 1st, 12 noon Central Time at shocksop.com. Now today, we talked to Kevin, Gina, and Trevor all about the new LP. Last Days at Hot Slit, we talk about their experimental music-making process, the liberating unpredictability of their collaborations, and lots more. All right, you turkeys, let's get going. Check in with Kevin, Gina, and Trevor of Lords and Lady Kevin and Trevor Dunn.
Where's Trevor Dunn?
Should we text him?
Trevor Dunn's coming on right now.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. How come you look all slick today, Dunn?
It's kind of been my new thing.
I like it.
My I need a haircut, but yeah. I'm going to choose a better background, actually.
You got kind of you know what I did? I downloaded for background. One was a garage full of tools. So it looks like I'm down in the garage. And another one I did was a really shitty hotel room. An unmade bed with the door behind me.
Nice.
Yeah, they look good. You look like you're at Prince's house, Trevor.
Yeah, it's kind of purple. There is a purple light back there.
Yeah.
I can change it if you like. Is purple you don't like it? How about?
Oh, I do.
No, it's good. The purple's good.
It does look good.
Do you have an American flag on your ceiling too?
No, I don't.
A poster of Farrah Fawcett, maybe?
Ooh.
I used to when I was in the 8th grade or something. But
Did you have that poster of her with her little hot nipples that were kind of poking out?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because I have an older brother, and we at one point we shared a room, and the whole room was covered in posters. Even the ceiling was there were these Kiss posters that were huge, and we had a couple of those on the ceiling, and yeah, Cheryl Tiegs, Farrah Fawcett,
Tiegs, I forgot about her.
Yeah.
Did you see those videos Farrah Fawcett made when she went crazy and was naked and painting with her body?
No.
These people would whip them out on tour. You got to see this.
Wow, I missed those.
You got to see it. She went crazy.
She did it before Britney.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's very similar to Britney.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for making time. I know it's late for you, Trevor, but we're going to try to get this out before the record's released and also before the Cow's Peacetika is available from Amphetamine Reptile.
You don't know what he's talking about, Trevor.
I don't. What's the Cow's thing?
Hazelmeyer's release. He re-released all our records except for this is the last one he's finally going to do. But it's coming out at the exact same time as our record.
Oh, cool.
So it goes on sale on Sunday or whatever. Anyway, record nerds love that stuff. But I've been enjoying Last Days at the Hot Slit.
Good.
Can't really say it that well. It's actually really good driving music going through L.A. at night.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Because the last guy that interviewed us said, "Yeah, I listened to the new record. I really like that Tomahawk stuff." That's what he said. I was sitting there going, "What
Wow.
do you want me to say?"
no, I like this. I've got Crackpot Whorehead and Uneat. Look, they test me. I won't say that they don't come without learning curves, but I enjoy that. So, first off, with this album, with the new one, how long have you guys been putting this together? And especially with you, Trevor, you live on the other side of the country. How does this project come together?
It started with Kevin sending me stuff, for the first record, and then and then this one was a little bit more, I guess, deliberate or something. Like, I don't know. Well, you guys already had a bunch of stuff done, right?
Yeah, I think it was a little less loosey-goosey, maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah, Kevin had already had a lot of it nutted out, like the drums and the guitar, and we'd sort of like put these things together, and yeah.
Bro, do you remember the first thing I sent you? I immediately regretted it.
I don't.
It was during the pandemic. I don't know why. I just had a million pedals on. I went for 20 seconds, and then I cleverly thought, I'll send that to Trevor.
Yeah.
And then I sent it to him, and then I thought, why the fuck did I send him that? Yeah, he made a great song of it. But I immediately regretted it. Thinking, why would I send him the stupidest thing I could come up with? But then he sent this amazing thing with bowed stuff on it.
Right. Well, I mean, a lot of times, like if I get something like that, and I mean, Kevin asked, asked if I wanted to add something to it. I'm like, I had to think about it for a while. What can I add to this that is gonna make it? I don't know. I mean, I'm not just gonna add, copy what he's doing or add more noise or I don't know. So try to make some contrast there or something. Yeah.
What you did was amazing. That's when I realized you're not that bad.
Because you guys first started collaborating with the Lathe releases. Were those the first ones that you guys worked together on?
Yeah, we did that. We started that in when COVID started in the pandemic, and that's actually when I first started doing music again. So, yeah, we did. How many of those?
Like a dozen, or we just pumping them out because we were making really tiny runs, and then my old friend Dave Livingston we sent it. He added something, then we're like, oh God, he's so good. So we added him. That's why we were Lords. But then he died, but we kept Lords anyway in his honor because he's a good friend. And then Trevor and I did one. Actually, it started with me doing a solo one. I just remembered way long time ago because I'd seen some cheesy $3 hip hop, and the guy called himself Lord something. And I thought, oh, Lord Kevin has a nice ring to it.
It does.
And it just went down from there.
Yeah.
So when you guys are writing the music, the intent of the music, do you send semi-formed structures, or how much room do you leave, Kevin, for Trevor to kind of take it where he's going to take it?
It's been whatever. There's been no rules. Somebody starts something, send it back and forth. Parts get cut out. Parts. Our guy Jim that mixes it, he'll add stuff. Neither of us even put in there.
We'll take stuff out.
Take stuff out. Yeah, I had to tell him to put something back once because he took something with Trevor's out of us. You put that back, please.
Yeah, or there's been times where, or like I'll add something to something Kevin sends me, and then I'll tell him, hey, why don't you do a vocal on this part, or what about an intro or something? And so it's kind of the whole process of it is, until it's released is in progress.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's malleable.
Yeah.
And even malleable when it's being mixed down. So one thing I was going to comment on is the sonicness. I haven't got the record, obviously, but I've heard, the wave files. They sound really Beautiful. And I guess who's mixing it? Who's kind of behind those faders at the mastering and everything?
His name's Jim Goodwin. He goes by the name Pseudo Beast. And I've known him forever. And he's mixed other bands, but now he's kind of stopped mixing anyone but me, which I don't know why. Like he did that last, what do they call it? Iron Cross? Dead Cross? Dead Cross.
Oh, Dead Cross. Yeah.
Yeah, he did that. I think that's the last time he did a band that he was just like, fuck it, I'm not doing it. I'll do you. That's it. But what we told him, and the same thing that we've been telling each other is, stuff I don't know, go for it. Go crazy. And he does.
That's the fun thing about this project. It's like like any idea I come up with, is fair game. I think there was one during the first record we did during the pandemic. I mean, it was a perfect time for this to birth. I had an idea for I think it was raining, so I just stuck the microphone out the window and record. And then I had
for 2 minutes.
Yeah, and then I had a soda can, and I was just like crumpling it, And I'm confident that they'll come up with something to go with that.
You sent that. I was like, oh, that's really cool. And then I sent you back a mixing. This is the only time you ever said anything to me about an instruction. You said, I was kind of hoping you'd put something in there because I just left it already. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the beauty of it. And anyone can add anything. Trevor sang in some songs out of the blue, and it was great. It's never like, oh, we got to get rid of that. It's never happened.
Right.
We all trust each other. We're all kind of coming from the same pointless spot.
Mm-hmm. How do you sequence an album like Hot Slit? Do you
I was going to ask you. I've never had people ask that. You're the third person. What makes you ask?
Well, just when I listen to the record, there seems to be a flow to it. There seems to be a bit of there's some.
I'm going to like this answer then. Tell them.
It's alphabetical. Alphabetical. Okay. Just like in iTunes, just alphabetical.
Really?
Discovered a few records ago, I'd be loading stuff into the computer. It'd be always this weird order that I hadn't thought. I was like, oh, that's a cool order. And then I realized they were just alphabetical. But, and they sound great. So I just been leaving them alphabetical.
The last song is an exception. That's it. The rest of it's alphabetical.
Yeah, because the last song, the Indifference song, it's like a ballad almost. So to me, it seemed like, oh, okay, this is the lesson we're learning or something. This is the.
That's right. We don't. Neither should you. The music for that was also kind of a salute to our friend David that passed away because I sent him about 7 seconds of vocals that I recorded on my phone, and he sent back that song. He built this giant epic thing. So we do it live and so we put it on as sort of a hats off to him.
So you guys are performing this live. I don't know, Trevor, are you part of it?
We haven't yet with Trevor.
Okay.
We have.
We have, yeah. It's the dream to do, but it's hard to arrange it. But yeah, we would like to do live stuff with Trevor.
I think some of the stuff I've recorded for them, I probably couldn't do live. Actually, there's been studio trickery, and.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know how it is.
Yeah,
it'll be fine. But we've
a live show. We've got something to sound like the record.
I would be surprised if anyone could tell the difference anyway.
They can. That always baffles me. You guys is this all just improvised? I'm like, are you? Yeah, the entire set was improvised. It just worked out that way. They really think that.
Well, you don't want to go see a live gig and have it played exactly as it is. I mean, it's nice to see it kind of go a little bit off track. And
yeah, definitely.
I've never been in a band that could do it the same as the record. Really?
Yeah.
And are there any themes to the album? Any sort of narratives? Anything?
Yeah. What are the narratives in this album, Trevor?
Here we go.
You know what? It's funny. I don't remember what this record sounds like. When did we record it? Like a year ago?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been put together for a while. Oh, by the way, Trevor, the newest record is pretty much put together too. I'll be sending you that very soon.
Oh, nice. Wow. Cool.
Do you have any time?
Well, I do next year. I'm going to be, like in February, I do.
February? Are you going out of town?
Yeah.
Again?
I'm just going to California to see my mom for and I'm gonna stay there for like 6 weeks. So
Oh shit!
I'm just gonna chill because I've been.
Did you tell her?
Yeah. I have a
Wow,
key to that.
That's a long visit. We'll put it together after that.
I do remember at one point thinking like, wow, this is kind of Hot Slit is kind of a blues record. And then I said that to Kevin. He's like, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking,
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
It's a spiritual blues record.
It's no way of spiritual. Some of the lyrics are from spirituals. Didn't really keep the melodies, but some of those lyrics I took straight out of old spirituals or old blues song. What's his name? Earl Hooker, John Lee's cousin, evil cousin, has a song called "One-Eyed Woman," and we took the lyrics from that because it really makes me laugh. That when she cries, tears only come out of the one eye. That's a great lyric.
I remember hearing that. So how does Hot Slit differ from Crackpot Whorehead, like in terms of concepts, listenability? When would someone go to one or the other?
We were just more comfortable, I think. See, to my ears, I don't hear it the way everyone else hears it. To me, I thought this new one with Trevor was pretty accessible, but nobody's hearing it that way. I thought
Right.
I did. I thought, oh, we really settled down into some old time blues, and nobody's hearing
songs.
it. Yeah, I thought it was songier, but what do I know? I guess
it does feel closer to kind of a structured, more, I guess, traditional.
Yeah.
But people who aren't used to maybe music concrete may take some time to come around to it.
Yeah. Especially with the first record, I kind of think of this music as more almost like audio collage or something. We're kind of structuring stuff in a way that's not. I approach this different than I do other projects where I might be thinking about song form or repeats and structure and stuff like that. And here it's kind of just more like, let's dump some crap over here, and
that's the coda.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Well, I would imagine it would be quite liberating. Like this is a playground that you could have to really experiment and try things that maybe you don't get the latitude to do in other projects.
For sure.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I told Jim when that's what I tell people, Joe, but this is your big chance to do stuff that nobody will let you do. Because everybody always has these things they want to try, but you never get. This is the chance.
Yeah.
Let's hear what your ideas are. And everybody's got great ideas. Trevor's whipped out the saxophone, and
oh yeah,
you did a great saxophone. It's like, oh, this is good. And then you wrote, that's the first time I played the saxophone. And it was really quite good. So yeah, it's very liberating, I think.
Yeah.
My next dream is, I don't know how to work this out, but I'm guessing that mastering people know how to do stuff we know nothing about. So I want to try to get a mastering guy on board to say, this is your chance to do the shit that nobody does. I'd love to hear it. But I don't know how. I'd have to befriend a mastering guy.
Like locked grooves and all sorts
way
of
past that. I'm talking time travel, baby.
All right. You have anything in your mind about what that would look like?
No, that's why I want to. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Is the problem is a lot of times to get people to stretch out like that is, it's not musicians, but like sometimes technical people, they are thinking about their reputation. So they go, well, make it sound like, for example, if I were to say, make it sound like shit. Well, they're like, I don't want to make it sound like shit because that's my reputation. So you got to kind of walk that line. And
Jim's kind of great at that though, because he is so incredibly
he goes with it.
Yeah, he's so out there in some of his mixes, like.
So I mean, that's kind of the goal here. That's why we let each other do what we do. We know each other's strengths.
And I'm sure there's probably plenty of mastering engineers, lacquer cutters that would love to get their hands on something with a little bit of free reign to do some tricks that to experiment, right?
I can't even imagine what they probably know. Just fucking around the stuff they've probably done.
This one actually was mixed by a library guy.
Yeah.
When you were talking about the sound before, he was a library record guy.
That was his. Yeah, he's from a company. That's what they know us for.
Okay.
Yeah, like soundtracks and library records.
yeah.
Yeah, and
yeah.
he did a great job. I mean, I couldn't tell you how that affected it, but I was glad to do something like that with someone with a different background.
Mm-hmm. Where are the records pressed? Is that something that you guys handle, Kevin and Gina, or is there?
It's in Italy.
In Italy this time.
The label that's putting it out, Overdrive, is an Italian label, and they are handling all the pressing. I guess he has a place that has a really fast turnaround because it can take a long time.
There's a splatter and a hot pink. Do you know the quantities of each one?
No, I don't remember.
There's less of one.
There's less of the splatter. The splatter is the more limited. I'll also be making some extra special ones, like 10 of them.
I love it when you do that, Gina. You've got these limited runs of 4 and 6 and whatnot, and then you just put a message out on Facebook that says, first come, first serve.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
We did one where Trevor did collages that we included too.
Oh yeah, that was cool. It was fun to do that. And
yeah. That was. Maybe we'll do that again for this one.
Yeah.
So the title, Last Days at the Hot Slit. Any story behind why it's called that?
Hey there, audiophiles. If you're seeking stylish furniture to showcase your stereo and record collection, well, look no further than SidetrackedWorkshop.com. Sidetracked Workshop designs extraordinarily elegant record cabinets and consoles that add sophistication and panache to your music hobby. Handcrafted in the good old USA in the vinyl-loving city of Portland, Oregon, Sidetracked Workshop's designs are a music lover's dream. Made with real walnut veneered wood and brass accents, these gorgeous designs add class and taste to the record room and ship fully assembled and ready to enjoy. Just check out the designs for yourself at SidetrackedWorkshop.com. Look, you spend thousands of dollars on records. Don't keep them in a crate, and don't risk your records on those feeble wooden pegs from IKEA. Your music deserves the dignity of Sidetracked Workshop. That's SidetrackedWorkshop.com. Elegant solutions for the vinyl lifestyle. Oh, and hey, record nerds, don't forget to clean your records with the very best and safest record cleaner, the Groove Washer. Make your records look and sound their very best and store them with confidence using the new Groove Washer Groove Guard record sleeves. You gotta try this out. It makes a huge difference to the quality of your vinyl experience. Ask for the Groove Washer by name at your local record store and accept no substitutes. Or head over to groovewasher.com and use discount code VINYLGUIDE10.
All hail the Groove Washer.
That's groovewasher.com, discount code VINYLGUIDE10.
So the title, Last Days at the Hot Slit. Any story behind why it's called that?
Yeah, do you know this writer, Andrea Dworkin? She was a really hard-ass feminist like in the 80s, 90s.
Okay.
And she has a collection of stories, and I just really like that title. And I especially like it that she wrote. And I sent it to Trevor. What do you think of this title? Love it. Use it. Like there was you didn't miss a beat.
and then I went and got the book, and I've only read a few of the first stories in it, but yeah, she's something
brutal.
else. Yeah,
she's brutal. Very enjoyable for that reason.
And all the song titles, you pull them out of different places you read, or do they have anything to do with lyrics? Anything?
I remember what
some of them we changed so they could be in alphabetical order.
A lot of those, I think, previously we did a cassette. She and I we just took all the titles from John Carpenter's The Thing, the soundtracks by that famous Italian guy, Marconi. And his titles are so good that we just took all the titles. It's like, Wait, Infection.
Yeah.
So we took a lot of those titles. So some of those titles carried over because some of these songs that's what it was. Some of these songs we did with Trevor, we'd already released just as 2-piece things, but I could tell they could go a long way. So some of those are what we sent Trevor. So that's where some of the titles came from.
I don't remember the title. What are the titles?
I don't remember either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know how many of these things we have. We don't know what they're called.
Yeah, wait, I can tell. I have it here. Hold
I
on.
know. I remember Haiku 82.
Oh
I
yeah,
know, Haiku 82.
that's from that's a saying. I didn't realize it was a saying. I saw in a Burroughs book him call up stupid people in general IQ 82s. I've heard people call cops that too.
Huh.
And then it just sort of evolved into that.
Okay. You mentioned you would change the song title so it would be in alphabetical order.
Yeah, like
Not very much.
Okay.
Hell Better. That song's actually called Better Hell.
Yeah, that one we changed.
But we changed it so it'd be in alphabetical
Because
order.
I didn't want it to be the first song.
Right.
Devil Woman is a Mingus song, but it's a lot like a religious sounding thing.
Mhm.
Different. Sweet Jesus those lyrics are from a spiritual. It's a prayer. Sweet Jesus Christ, have mercy on me, a sinner. And that's the only lyrics I say. It's also in this book,
Way of the Pilgrim.
Way of the Pilgrim. It's an old Orthodox Russian thing of the guy who's just wandering around on the countryside with no food or anything. And he's trying to teach himself to say that prayer over and over and over again, 24 hours a day. And then he goes and leeches off people like a hobo in the name of God. The Shape is from The Thing. Monday is because that's that old blues song, which was on a Monday. Monday I was arrested, but I changed those lyrics a little bit. No apparent reason. Lazarus is also a spiritual. To put your finger in the water, come and cool my tongue. I'm tormented in the flame. That's an old spiritual. A lot of people have done that. Last Days at Hot Slit is the title cut. Humanity One is also from The Thing. What's this? Oh, Haiku. Hell Better, Better Hell. Better Hell is from, I took that name from. There is this online thing it's for cheaper and you get a psychiatrist. They just it's called Better Health.
Mm-hmm.
Help? No, health, I think.
Better Health, yeah.
I hated my fucking psychiatrist and told her to fuck off, and I called this song Better Help because I'm childish in that way.
So you'll do songs, you'll put them together, and then you just name them at the end. Like the title doesn't follow through.
Change. Like the titles always change over time. Like
I think everyone does that.
Yeah.
I think on the first record, I had some titles or something. I can't remember, but yeah.
Yeah, you did. And the other one, you're right. And the first one you did, you had some great titles.
And
you had Urban Fine goes to Louisville.
Yeah.
That was basically because I'd recently I buy a lot of used records, and I had this record by this composer that no one's ever heard of called Irving Fine. I've never heard of him. I was reading about his bio, and this recording was from the Louisville Orchestra, which is kind of a famous orchestra. So I think he was born in New York or something, but he went to Louisville. He went to Louisville, yeah. So
Gina, you mentioned that you've just returned back to drumming. Did I hear that right?
No, I just started. Well, no, not just. I've been playing for about a year and a half now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I mean, I just started playing music in 2020, but I was doing bass and synthesizer and, other vocals and stuff like that. I played when I was a teenager and then I stopped. And then I started again in 2020. And then I decided to play drums just on a whim when I was in Australia. And that's how this kind of started.
So, Trevor, I know you were just down here with Bungled not too long ago.
Yeah.
And I actually saw where there is a Tomahawk show that's kind of crept into the schedule. Sick New World Festival next year.
Yeah. I'm probably not supposed to talk about this, but it's not happening.
Oh.
and not for the reason that Kevin thinks.
No. It's just your delivery was so good.
Yeah, it'll come out in the wash soon, but basically the festival's not happening.
Oh, is that right?
We had a whole tour. Well, like we had a 2-week thing built around that, which we can't do now because it's financially doesn't make any sense. So so that's not happening.
So the whole festival is just somewhat collapsed.
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Maybe there might be some legal thing I'm not supposed to be talking about. I don't even really know. I'm surprised it hasn't been announced yet or something, but
They probably haven't decided yet, Trevor.
maybe, yeah. No, I think they have. I erased it from my calendar, so I'm not going.
Oh, yeah, you're not going. I get the feeling it seems like lots of big shows and festivals, a lot of tours are going down the shitter. I kind of wonder if that whole side of things is going to go the way of the dodo, a little bit. Seems like the money's not happening. I don't know.
Festivals just seem to be. I used to love festivals, and now I'm just kind of exhausted by festivals. I'd much rather see a dozen bands in smaller clubs than pay and have this big experience. It's just, I miss the intimacy of the small clubs, and the larger shows just, they exhaust me.
I don't think I've ever been to a festival that I wasn't playing.
I don't think I have either.
Yeah.
I liked it when I was young, but there's nothing for you. You can't hear, and
I'd rather go to the state fair. It has basically the same.
Exactly.
Yeah, you eat a bunch of fried food and you come out feeling the same, essentially.
Yeah, everything's disgusting.
So you spent your summer vacation touring with Buzzo and Pincus.
Vacation.
Yeah. Well, you summer. Any recordings that were done along that route?
Actually, one of the first shows we did in San Francisco, it was probably like our fifth or sixth show, was recorded. Kurt Schlegel did the sound for that show, and he recorded it. I haven't heard it, but the show definitely got tighter as we went along. But I don't know, maybe it's good. Yeah. I don't care if I never hear any of that music ever again.
Yeah. Hey, Trevor, did you know that I know Kurt from being in the Cows?
Oh, I didn't know that. No.
Lived in Florida. I remember, which is strange in and of itself, but he was just a local guy, and we slept on his floor.
Oh, wow.
This big, weird, empty house, and it was him. Then years later, he showed up as a sound guy. And I said, "You're that creepy hippie we stayed with."
And that was in Florida?
Yeah, I think so. It was been so long ago, like the early 90s or something.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, it is. What do you know about that?
How about that?
Speaking of early 90s, Peacetika. This is the final one, the final Cows to be reissued, yeah?
Hey there, all you record nerds. I want to tell you about BagsUnlimited.com. BagsUnlimited.com has a huge selection of vinyl record supplies. Whether you collect LPs, 7-inch singles, 78 shellacs, or anything in between, BagsUnlimited.com will sort you out. From polyline sleeves to cardboard record mailers to 7-inch storage boxes and archive quality record sleeves, protect your records of any size and shape at BagsUnlimited.com. Whether you have a small personal record collection or you're running a massive record shop, you can grab a small supply or even buy in bulk at BagsUnlimited.com. And they've got some really incredible, unique stuff. BagsUnlimited.com even has special size sleeves made especially to protect your box sets, storage boxes and sleeves for cassette tapes, protective supplies for reel-to-reel, and yes, even 8-tracks. Just go to BagsUnlimited.com, click on audio supplies, and prepare to be impressed by all the options they have. That's BagsUnlimited.com.
Speaking of early 90s, Peacetika. This is the final one, the final Cows to be reissued, yeah?
Right, yeah, I think so.
Okay. Because this was never reissued with one exception, and that was the 4 copies that Gina did with the custom art.
Oh, we have them. You're right.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. So this is a brand new one. Is it? You've seen all the artwork. You've seen what Tom's done with it.
You actually, believe it or not, ones that buy us first.
Yeah.
Especially that whole art and that title. It gets a little dicey as time goes by. It was a pretty obvious play on words then, but now the suffix tika on anything is a big, dangerous. How do we know I'm not a Nazi? We don't.
We don't.
We don't know. So yeah, we did see that. It's really great. Of course, it's Tom's. and he did some pretty great. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, but the Manson art makes sure it's underlined. The humor is underlined in that. So I think
humor's
that
gone,
solves
man.
a bit.
Cows could not exist these days. There's no way.
Yeah, but
You guys are like the cows are like the blazing saddles of underground punk bands.
Yeah. Only we can't blame a black writer. It was just us.
Yeah.
Even then, it was a little dicey. Even then, I remember Hismar was kind of worried. The joke was, Trevor was, we got it from a guy around a club. He drew, I don't know if you've ever seen that, right? It looks like a peace sign, but on the edge of each thing, it's got a little flick like a swastika drawing. The joke was that it was a Peacetika.
Right.
But that's not funny anymore.
What year was that? Did you guys do that record?
I don't know.
91.
91. There you go.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It was pushing that a little bit then even. I mean, the idea, which seems obvious to me, the idea is that, left-leaning politics can sometimes be very pushy as well.
Right.
But that idea is long lost.
I find it hard to believe that anyone that has the cows come into their purview would be offended by that.
Well, those people left immediately. They stuck their head in the door. And went, oh, God. And then
that was just one of a series of different gates to kick them out.
I've had at least 5 different guys tell me that they took their girlfriend to the cows and she dumped them.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's the test. That's the test if she's going to stick around. I also, Hepatitis, you contributed a track to the Dead, the Burn Us Clean box set. What was your experience with that? Was that a song you guys already had? Or did you create that specifically for the box set?
Yeah, we had that song. And then Gina's stepdad was in LA and he's a really good harmonica player. So we brought him down there and had him throw some harmonica on it. There's always songs laying around, like little dead things around the house. There's songs everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. I mean, I've ended up using stuff that I've been holding in my hand for 20 years and go, finally, I can do this, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So you keep track of those kind of orphan songs, and you're just
some of them.
Sometimes
sometimes it's an idea, but a lot of times, I did this other record. Maybe you heard about Gas Wars with the 2 guys from Hammerhead. We recorded that fucking thing in 20 years ago. 30 years, but it had no vocals and it came up on my iTunes. And Gina said, "This is cool. What's this?" And so I was just like, all right, let's finish it. And we put vocals on it, So what I'm saying is it's just laying around and computer spews it out and there it is.
Well, look, I'm getting ready to wrap this up. Is there anything you guys want to talk about we haven't talked about?
Trevor?
Are people sending in their orders to buy this thing or what? That's the whole point, right?
Yeah. Well, there's a couple of links, Lords and Lady Kevin.bandcamp. That's for the
right. There's
pre-sales.
Pre-sales are up now, and then there's the record actually comes out on December 6th. But yeah, if you go to the Lords and Lady, well, now it's called Done with Lords and Lady Kevin Bandcamp.
Bandcamp is just Lords and Lady Kevin.
Okay.
Kevin.
Yeah, it's on Bandcamp. It's available. It's on, both these guys have Instagrams. It's on there. The usual places.
I'll put the links in the episode. If you're in America, there's one link. If you're in the UK or Europe,
well, you know what? That's been kind of fixed. It's a little simplified now. If you just go to Bandcamp, it knows where you're ordering from. And it automatically says you either to them or to us.
Got it.
So all you have to do is just go to the Bandcamp link. And when you order it, it knows. So don't pull any bullshit. If you're in Latvia, you say you're in Latvia. Yeah. I hope people buy it. It's meant to be fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's very very twisty and curvy and a lot of surprises in there. So it's
my love.
If you don't like it, then you're completely closed-minded.
Yeah. You're homophobic if you don't like it. Yeah. How about that?
All right. Well, I will let you guys go.
Thanks a lot, Nate.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
I tried my best.
I appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Take care, everyone.
All right.
Cheerio.
Bye.
See ya.
Sorry, Trevor.
right, there he is, people. Kevin Rutmanis, Gina Skwoz, and Trevor Dunn. The new LP, Lords and Lady Kevin and Trevor Dunn, Last Days at Hot Slit. Available to pre-order, lordsandladykevin.bandcamp.com. And don't forget, Set Your Alarm, Cow's Peacetika reissue on AMREP. Available at shocksop.com. Sunday, December 1st, 12 noon Central Time on vinyl. These things sell out quick, so set your alarms and don't miss it. And that's it for this episode, everyone. Again, have a wonderful holiday. Drive safe. We'll be back shortly with a brand new episode. So until we talk next time, get out there and buy some records, people. Cheers.